Hello there. My name is Elliot Kohut, and my research question is how has the new James Webb Telescope enhanced our understanding of space in comparison with the Hubble? Let's get into it. First, I'm going to compare and contrast the Webb and the Hubble telescope. Next, I'm going to say how the Webb is significant and what it's found, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a summary at the end. First, the Hubble versus the Webb. As you can see, the wavelength speciality is different, and shown by this graph here, right, this little diagram, we have the Webb in the infrared and the Hubble more in visual and ultraviolet sort of level of light, right? However, the Hubble does have some infrared capabilities, but not to the same degree of the Webb telescope. Another big difference is the diameter of the primary mirror. As you can see by this diagram down here, the difference is large. And the reason why this is approximately 6.5 meters is because these hexes are what make up that circle. And so the way the engineers had to pack the rocket was by having to fold these hexes into place after it got launched because it wouldn't fit in the rocket. And that's why we have an incomplete circle, so the radius, or diameter, excuse me, is approximately 6.5. And of course, this gives it the ability to see further and back in time, which I'm going to touch more on in a second. Here's some images of just the Hubble versus the Webb. And you can see that with the Webb, there's a lot more detail in the images, and you can kind of see that, like the resolution, you can see a lot, you can zoom in a lot further, and that you can actually see like, oh, that's what's going on over there and things like that. What we can see here, this image on the right, is the earliest picture of the universe that we've taken, right? The furthest distance that we can take. And that we have taken. And as we can see with the Hubble, this is what it was before. You don't see as much color and as much, galaxies and things like that in here. But here, we see this over here and it's like more empty over here, right? And that's kind of the beauty of the Webb with the infrared light and everything. It can see further on top of its larger zooming in. And then same thing with this galaxy right here and the nebula down here. You just see it with a lot more detail. And the reason why the colors are different is because of the lens, right? We're seeing infrared light with the Webb, and we're seeing just ultraviolet or visible light with the Hubble, depending on which lens is equipped. So why is this all important? It's great that we can see things in different colors, but why does that matter? So that extra distance can give us a better understanding of the universe. The Webb can see younger light waves, and it gives clear information about stars, planets, and dust. First, the younger light waves, it's kind of confusing because time is all relative, but because it can see further, it's seeing wavelengths of light that's younger or at an earlier time, right? And so we can kind of see back in time in a way from this telescope, more so than the Hubble. It can also take detailed images of planets. That's something that's important because the light, not just planets outside of our solar system as well. Because typically outside of our solar system, the light from the star that it's orbiting kind of covers up the planet and we can't see the planet itself. But luckily the Webb has coronagraphs that can suppress the light of those host stars. And then finally, something that's really cool is that they can actually combine the data from the Webb and the Hubble, and it gives more information about dust and spiral galaxies. That's one thing they did earlier this year. Another thing that we discovered is that in this image, it's just a star system, right? But then they thought that this was a diffraction pattern, when in reality it was just it is just shells of dust. Finally, the Webb telescope is not just a replacement to the Hubble, but its successor. You'll hear a lot of scientists saying that. The Webb can see the farthest distance, of course, and that helps us see back in time and things like that. Combining data of Webb and Hubble gives us better insight into surrounding galaxies. Clear infrared images provide scientists more information to understand the universe better, and that's not just limited to galaxies and nebula far away. It's also including planets around our solar system as well. And that's something that can also be held, where it can go far and it also can get in really good detail close to us, relatively speaking. Thank you very much.